Hi everyone, this is Laura, and I just finished a project. It's a layout, and this will be my entry to JUDYBAKE22's channel. She's having a challenge giveaway. She has reached 200 subscribers. Yay for Judy! Congratulations, Judy, honey, on your 200 subbies. And Judy had asked for her challenge giveaway that we can do any project we want, layout, card, what have you. There were just a few rules, and one of the rules was that you had to use two stamps. The other rule was you have to use a butter punch. The other rule was that you had to use something new. And one of her other rules, which was one of my favorite rules that she had, was that you had to use something old that you've never used before and use it for this layout. Now, you guys know a lot of us buy stuff and we somehow either stick it in a drawer or in a bin or even right on our desk. And we just don't have the opportunities to use it or don't think about using it, or sometimes we forget we even have it. I am guilty of all of the above. So I think of all of Julie's rules, that was my favorite because it did get me to use two products that I had bought, never used, but I finally cracked them open and I'll show you what they both were in a minute. And you also had to make it about food. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my layout, but first let me show you real quick some of the things that I have used as part of the requirements. I do have two different stamps. I actually have three. One, two, three. These two fronts are one set of stamps. They are very old. They don't count. But this is my new product. This, my cousin Yuka. Hi, Yuka. Thank you, honey. She just bought these stamps for me. I believe they were at Tuesday morning when everyone was getting the big hauls and stuff. So this is my new product, my most newest product that I have not used yet, that I broke open for this project. And that's what I did, all the borders here and on this little tag that I have in here that I'll show you in a minute. So that takes care of my new and my stamps. Now the other one was the border punch, which was kind of this one, but it fit two categories. I do have my border punch here, and I also used it over here. But this is one of those items that I have bought and never used. It's brand new, but it's not new. It's more than, I believe, 6 months old. I just never got the opportunity to use it, so I thank you for that, Miss Judy, for making us break out. The other product that I used that I've never used before, and this was given to me in Iraq a long time ago, so it's very old, but it's new, and it is called Fabric Art Lace. It's by Rubbermaid, and what you do is well, let me show you first what it is. That's this lace right here. And guys, can I tell you, this has like a plasticky feel to it. It is really weird. I love it though. I tell you, I wish I would have used this a lot sooner. Um, it feels like lace on one side, and then on the other side it feels very plasticky. But I love it, love it, love it, love it. It was so easy to put on. It's very, very sticky though. Very sticky. Very tricky if you don't have a steady hand, which I do not. So that was my very old, never used product. Used it like it was new type of thingy, besides my border punches. And then the other thing was I got the new old, I got the border punches, and I got the stamps. Okay, I think I'm all good. So, yep, stamps were new. Have the border punch. The lace was something old and something new. I have two different stamp sets, and obviously it's about food. Okie dokie. So I'm all set. So my layout that I did was, well, the title of it is Love My Food. love my culture. And this is a photo of my mom. That's my mom. And she went to Puerto Rico last year. And my cousin was busy taking pictures of her. And these little hut type houses, you'll find them all over the island, mostly on beaches, roads. And they're like these little food shacks. And they sell all kinds of food inside of them. And this is what they sell. And these are called cuchifritos. And this is my Latin food, my Spanish food, my culture, and I love it. You have some alcapurrias here. You have some relleno de papas. You have some morcilla. Yeah, I know my Latin food. Unfortunately, I love all food. Italian food, Jamaican food, Indian food, but my heart and soul will always be with the Latin food. Um, so anyhow, real quick, what I did was I put lots of bling, as you can see all over the page, were the swirlies that I stamped. Oh, and the papers that I used was from the Lost and Found collection, both pattern papers, and the blue and the red are just um, cardstock recollections, red and blue cardstock papers. I took two different fonts. Um, I believe they were both by Inka Dinka Doo. I am not too sure because they were given to me by my sister, so I wouldn't swear by it. But I've stamped it out in the navy blue and black, and I put it on the cardstock. Over here, I created a banner, and I added some bling. I distressed everything in the faded denim, the distress inks. And over here, I attached a ribbon, and the banners on the ribbon. I put them on pop dots. I have a rhinestone little heart here. I have more rhinestones over here. I have a little butterfly rhinestone right there. And then what I did was the word love. I cut it out on white cardstock and the designer papers from the Lost and Found collection. I stamped on it, and I just layered that all there. Um, Over here, I have the two photos, which I put on this big old pocket envelope here, which I'll get to in a minute. I made the Puerto Rican flag um, embellied by hand. I just went online, looked for a picture that I could draw, and the little star is actually one of these little punches, teeny tiny ones that I have. And I did use this once before, so I'm not going to cheat, but this almost qualified as one of those things I never used and bought, but I do remember using this once before, so it didn't count. So I added stickles to the white part of the flag. Over here I have two Prima flowers with a pretty big blue bow in the center. Again, just this different font, two different fonts. Backed it up on white cardstock, this one on designer paper. Again, the white cardstock with some bling here, a heart here, and more bling here. This is one of the corner punches, the Martha Stewart's corner punch. I believe this is the circles or the rings. You don't ring. It's called ring. And just went and punched that out. And then on the inside, I have more photos of the food. And my mother, as you can see, and my cousin were very intrigued by the island's food. I mean, let's face it, guys. When you're born from in another country or another island or even another state, and you go back to visit, the one thing that we want to do more than anything is just go back and taste some of that good old food, that soul food, that home cooking that we remember. So what these are pictures of a mango tree, and this is going to be my journaling over here. And as some of you know, I have problems with my hands and I can't write too well, so I leave that for last only because it does get to be a little ugly. Again, that border punch, the cherished border punch on the top, and the rings corner punch, both by Martha Stewart, are in the corners. I did the kissing effect with those stamps. I did it in red and blue. And again, the corner punches are more of that kissing effect. And on this side, we have avocados. Aren't they beautiful, guys? Look at that. And everywhere you walk on the island, you'll just see tons of banana trees and mangoes and avocados. And whew, I am getting hungry. So what are cuchifritos? These are cuchifritos, and what they are is they are the fast food of the Latin culture, and sort of what Americans consider like a McDonald's. Um, and they have these little huts and places all over. And guys, um, to me and my culture, to my culture, anyways, food is so very important because as a small little girl, I do remember my grandmother, her business in Puerto Rico was that she owned a restaurant, and truckers from all over the island would come to her restaurant and eat. So, as a young girl, when I used to visit my grandma, what I remembered the most about my youth visiting her in Puerto Rico was that restaurant, the jukebox, the tables, the food. I mean, she would get up at the crack of dawn just to cook for all these truckers. And she was a darn good cook. And guys, can you see right there what's hanging off of those off the gate here? Those are a whole bunch of green bananas. Then they have a little sign about Mavi, which is a drink, a national drink that they are selling inside. Good old days. Wish I was there with my mama. So that's my layout for Judy's challenge. I hope you guys liked. I am really sorry, guys. I am really, really under the weather, so if I forgot anything on the layout, which I'm sure I did when I look back on it, I do apologize. But I met all the rules. I said everything else that was of importance. I love my little culture, my little island, and my little flag, and my delicious food. And if any of you were blessed enough to visit the island of Puerto Rico and try the food, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. Have a blessed day, everyone. Good night. Until the next video. Bye bye.